Hey everyone, it's Jim. I want to go ahead and start off by saying that I apologize for the lack of an episode this week. The last two episodes we recorded at the Renaissance Fair, and coming off of that was one of the busiest months that ABP has ever had, and we are incredibly thankful for that. We could not be happier with how that entire event went. But of course, moving out of that, we are now moving into the new busiest month that ABP has ever had, and again, we could not be more grateful and more thankful for it. But what it's done is it's led to a rough period of Christian and I being unable to schedule a recording date for this week's episode. Of course, the episodes coming up after that, we have a date set. We have two dates set, actually, where we will be recording all the content that you all will be seeing up until early January 2023. We have a lot of work ahead of us. But with that, I want to go ahead and say that this week, this is the extent of what is going to get released, just this little bonus clip. It's going to be a couple of minutes long while I explain what we have coming up ahead. But this is replacing what would have been our, I suppose, first official Thanksgiving episode. We've never quite done a Thanksgiving episode. I think the first year that we were releasing episodes, back all the way in season 1, we didn't have it on the mind. We just didn't think to make one. And then the second year, I don't know what we did the second year. I'm genuinely going to have to go back and look at what we released last November. Or I think that was the November that we weren't thinking about it. So we simply didn't think to make one last year, and this year we would have, but we neglected to find time to make that episode happen. So I will say on behalf of Christian and myself that the long and short of it was that it would have been an episode where we talked about things that we're thankful for, and I guess you can expect that next year. But both of us are incredibly thankful for the outpouring of support that we have seen from people that found us through TikTok, through mutual friends, through getting the show suggested to them on Spotify or any other app, for seeing us in suggested YouTube searches and go ahead and clicking on us, for everyone that's given us a lick of support, friends, family, and listeners alike, to our patrons. We cannot forget our patrons. The support and love that you all have shown in the comments and monetarily, and just by watching an episode, just every view that we get is, we can't put into words how thankful we are for that. So I want to go ahead and address that first. We love each and every single one of you guys, and your support is amazing. It allows us to keep doing what we're doing, and we love doing what we're doing, so we could not ask for more. But to ask for more real quick, hey, suggest the show to somebody. No, I guess I'll go ahead and talk about what we have coming up in early December, because this is kind of the biggest project that we're working on right now, let alone the biggest project we've ever done. Up until last month, the Renaissance Fair was kind of the biggest thing that we had ever tackled. We had 1 month to prepare an inventory of over 500 individual items for the Renaissance Fair. We did costumes for the event, and we had to kind of work that out with the people that we rented those from. We had to film outside for the very first time for 2 episodes, and we had to have the equipment necessary to do that and the planning for it. It took a lot of work, and it was incredibly hard, but incredibly rewarding. I'm 4 minutes into recording this and realizing that it's very much not funny. This episode's gonna be a little less funny. It's not an episode, it's just a bonus clip. But no, this is much more informational than it is something to laugh at, and I apologize. I like making funny stuff, and I'm just realizing how not funny this is. Apologies. We'll be back to the funnies very, very soon. But going back into that, it was incredibly busy, but incredibly rewarding, and we loved it, and we're excited to return next year. But with that, we are now moving into a project that I want to call, it's much bigger in magnitude and scope. It is a gigantic project that is requiring a lot of work from a lot of people, and a lot of volunteerism from people much bigger than anything but politics. And I want to go ahead and talk about that really fast and just announce that if you've not seen it yet on our Instagram or anywhere else that we've posted about it so far, Anything But Politics is joining Thankmas. which, for those of you that might not know, is a yearly charity event for streamers and other video creators online, founded by YouTuber Jacksepticeye. Over the last 2 years, Thankmas has raised over $12 million for assorted charities, and this year they will be highlighting and supporting World Central Kitchen. World Central Kitchen is a nonprofit organization that targets communities that have been struck by disaster and provides hot meals on the front lines to make sure that that community does not go hungry. It's an absolutely amazing cause that they're going to raise funds for this year. And this year, Anything But Politics is super excited to say that we are going to be joining the efforts. We are going to be hosting a live stream right here on the YouTube page. And I'm realizing that I just said right here. You could be listening on Spotify or anywhere else. It's going to be on our YouTube. The link for our YouTube is in the episode description, so go ahead and click that. If you've not checked it out yet, this is the perfect opportunity to go and give us a cheeky little subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that when we do go live on December 6th, I'll talk about that in a second, you get notified. You'll get like a push notification and be like, hey, they're live, by the way. Hope you didn't forget. And that's going to be a huge help, is you getting notified when we go live. You knowing when we go live is going to be a huge help, because this event, I'm excited. I'm tripping over my own words. So the event is going to be on December 6th, and that's our event. If you look up Thankmas, it's going to say that it's on December 10th. That is going to be Jacksepticeye's stream. We did not want to compete with Jacksepticeye's stream, so we are not joining on the 10th. Our stream is going to be on the 6th. It is going to be from 12 noon to 12 midnight, a 12-hour stream, Eastern Standard Time. So if you're not in that time zone, adjust and see if you'll be able to come say hi. Donate what you're able to, talk to other people in chat, play the games that we're playing, and maybe a Q&A with a couple of our guests. That being said, we have a ton of super talented guests on the roster that'll be joining us. We will be releasing those in the coming days, although we are posting something today. I'm recording this on Tuesday, by the way. I'm really slacking. But so far, the event is getting co-hosted by Ryan Golick, or Coffee Fanatics on TikTok. We're going to go ahead and put his TikTok in the episode description for you to click and go check him out. He's not only super talented, but we've recorded 2 episodes with him that have never seen the light of day because we both times the files got corrupted. It's really just a cursed guest. He is a cursed man. But we loved those episodes. Both of those episodes were incredibly amazing. Christian and I both agree that we work together very well, which is why we're excited for him to co-host the event. Another TikToker that will be joining us, and a face you all might recognize back from Season 1, I think this is all the way back in Season 1, is Nate White. That is Toki Joestar, a very talented handpan player with over 1.2 million followers on TikTok. We're going to be playing some Jackbox games. We're going to be talking to so many talented individuals. It's going to be 12 hours of me and Christian, and of course Ryan, talking, playing games, games that you all will be able to join through Jackbox. That's always a fan favorite, and we have a fun time doing it. We have a very talented roster of guests, including a TikToker with over 1 million followers, a voice actor from one of my favorite childhood shows, some of the cast of a Broadway musical on tour. Again, it's a face you might recognize, and we're excited to actually officially announce these things. So keep your eyes on our social media over the coming days and share everything you can, because we're trying to get as many people in as possible to go ahead and donate to a very deserving charity. Our goal is $1,000. I genuinely think we'll be able to blow that out of the water very early on in the stream, but we're going to go ahead and just shoot for that, because this is the first time we've ever done an event like this as Anything But Politics. I've done a charity stream before, back on an earlier project I worked on in high school, but the scope of this project is much larger than that one, but everything we're doing is unprecedented right now. So we're excited to see how it goes, and then we'll be able to kind of adjust our numbers and expectations for next year. We're incredibly excited for it. We're incredibly thankful for the opportunity to do it, and we are thankful that you are here for it. So if you have any questions about the event, go ahead and ask them. We'll put a poll out on Spotify. If you look at this episode on Spotify, it should have a question attached to it that you can answer directly from that application. It's okay, Merlin just dropped something. We don't have to talk about it. And then on YouTube, just go ahead and leave a comment. We'll answer any questions that we can and keep y'all up to date. We'll have an episode out next week, as per usual. But we love you guys, and we will see you then. Bye-bye.